This is a full free copywriting course that will show you how to make $10,000 per month starting from $0. I make 6 figures per year as a copywriter, and I've been doing this for over 2 years. If you've heard of Andrew Tate's Hustlers University and you wanted to learn more about copywriting, you're very welcome. I've got a full free course for you today that's going to show you everything from learning copywriting to learning how to get clients and make lots of money. The reason I tell you not to buy Hustlers University is because I'm going to give you a full free copywriting course today, literally free and way more in depth. First thing I'm going to quickly explain is what is copywriting. So if you've no idea what it is, I'm going to clearly explain it for you very quickly. You can skip past this part if you already understand. Then I'm going to show you what the freelance model is and how you're going to take copywriting and turn it into a skill that'll make you thousands per month. Then I'm going to show you how to master the writing part. I'm going to show you how to practice, how to learn different types of copy, the way you structure copy, the different styles you can do. Then I'm going to show you how to get clients. That's broken down into 5 simple steps. I'm going to show you every single step of the way of how to find out what businesses you want to work with, how much to charge, all of that sort of stuff. Then I'm going to show you how to scale it to 6 figures quickly. I want to show you how to get to this point where your business is running itself and you're making lots of money on the side. Then I'm going to talk a bit about where you go from here. That's just going to be an explainer at the end of like where we go from the end of this video. So what is copywriting? Copywriting is a type of writing aimed at persuading someone to take an action. It's something you see every day for hours that you've never noticed. The skill of writing copy is not taught in school or university, but it's highly sought after. Companies will pay a lot of money for a good copywriter. Here's an example of why copywriting is such a highly paid skill. If you sell a product worth $50 and you can have a web page where people buy it, you'll have to write copy for that web page in order to convince people to buy it. Let's say 100,000 people visit that web page. If it's written by a bad copywriter, less people will be convinced to buy the product. And let's say out of the 100,000 people that visit the page with bad copy on it, 500 people buy it. Now, let's say a better copywriter writes the page a week later and 100,000 new people come to visit the page. Because the writing on that page is better, more people will be convinced to buy the $50 product, and let's say 2,000 people buy the product from the page with good copywriting. If we compare the 2 pages and their sales results, page 1 with the bad copywriting has sold 500 products, 50 times 500 is $2,500. Page 2 with the good copywriting has sold 2,000 products, 50 times 2,000 is $10,000. The better copywriter has made $7,500 more in this example. So do you see why a company would want to pay someone a lot of money to write well for them? Now you understand that your words are literally worth lots of money. What is the freelance model? Okay, so now that you understand why copywriting is a really valuable skill, you need to understand how to take that skill and turn it into a business model. The best way for you to do that is by offering copywriting services to online businesses. This means they will pay you money to write stuff for their products. The business model is super simple. Learn copywriting, create an offer, find business owners who need your offer, and then convince them to buy your offer. I'll explain everything in that very quickly here. So if you want to master the art of copywriting, you need to learn copywriting, then practice copywriting. Learn it, practice it, learn it, practice it. Just rinse and repeat. How do you get good at any skill? You learn it and you practice it. Same as drumming, same as basketball. If you want to learn anything, you learn it, you find out the fundamentals, then you practice them over and over again until you get good at it. I'll show you some simple basics of copywriting like the structure, styles, forms, etc. Then I'll show you where to deep dive into each of these things and learn everything for yourself. So the copywriting structure that I want to show you, the most basic copywriting and most universally accepted copywriting structure is attention, interest, desire, action. So attention, as you can see, I've included an example on the right here. We've got an ad from Huel on Facebook. As you can see, attention is no prep, no cooking. Huel is plant-based nutrition from $1.51 per meal. That's really simple, really basic headline that sticks out to people. The first thing they read is no prep, no cooking. They know it's about food. They know it's going to take a lot of effort out of it for them. So that gets their attention. Then you can see the interest. They talk a little bit more about what you get with Huel. That's obviously targeted towards their audience. Then you have desire. Desire is also shown on the picture, as you can see here. Copy doesn't always have pictures, sometimes it does, but as you can see, the desire for people who maybe work for themselves or who don't like cooking, they get to see that, hey, there's no preparation, there's no cooking, Huel will do it for you. So that's a desire of people to not have to prepare food or cook. So you appeal to their desire. Then there's an action, which is a call to action. You're calling someone to go and buy your product. So order yours today, the most simple one ever. And then there's a button below that says shop now. So copywriting style is very simple. Good copy needs to be well structured, easy to read, and absorbing. Absorbing just means interesting. It keeps people engaged in reading the whole thing so that whenever they do get to the part where you're selling them something, they're going to be more interested in your product and they're going to be more likely to buy something from you. So here's a couple of examples of good versus bad copywriting style. The one on the left here is just an absolute wall of text. I mean, would you enjoy reading that? No. So as you can see, the one on the right is well spaced out, short sentences, short paragraphs. It just makes it a lot easier on your eyes to read, and that's what people do. People are constantly scrolling, reading emails, reading messages. They don't want to read a wall of text. Nobody wants to see that. Then as you can see, another example. On the left, we have a terrible ad. It's a wall of text. It doesn't read well. It's not persuasive. But the one on the right has the entire structure. It has the style. It looks good. It's easy to read. So it's a pretty obvious structure there as to why the one on the right is better than the one on the left. The one on the left just looks terrible. Then I want to show you some forms of copywriting here. So we've got email copywriting. That's what you can see there. A simple basic email that sells a product. Then we've got ads, which is simply a line there for that company. Like there's loads and loads of different types of ads, but that's what an ad looks like. Then we have landing pages. As you can see, there's like a headline that was written by a copywriter, a little subheading, and then some writing below with screenshots of their product. So where can you deep dive into copywriting and learn more about it? Well, I recommend a couple of different ways. bensettle.com is a good resource. There are thousands of free emails and sort of blogs you can read about copywriting to learn a lot more. I've actually had him on this channel for a podcast, so if you want to go check that out, go to my channel, have a look. It was only a couple of months ago, so you can see that pretty easily. And he's also got a podcast on Spotify and all the podcast places, which I recommend learning because it's great if you want to learn copywriting and sales and marketing in general. Then obviously this YouTube channel, if you didn't know, I have a full free course playlist. So basically the video I'm making today, each point that I'm talking about here, I dive deeper into a full video. So if you want to watch a full video on each thing, it's all laid out for you, really, really simple, completely free. Highly recommend checking it out. I'll put a playlist down below. Also, I've got a couple of spelling errors throughout this video. I was typing it quickly. I don't have spell check on this, so if you notice one, don't kill me in the comments. But yeah, free course in the description. Then I want you to look into books, podcasts, email newsletters. Once you get into the world of copywriting, all this will become a lot easier. Like you'll see people recommending different books or podcasts, as I've recommended Ben Settle, for example. So this is just going to come with time. You'll learn about where the good sources of copywriting information are. But yeah, that's what I would say about deep diving. So how do you practice copywriting? Rewrite some good copy with pen and paper. So you can find copywriting swipe files, which just means like big lists or documents showing loads and loads of good examples of copywriting. I showed you a couple in this video. All you have to do is literally find a good piece of copy that's shown to have worked. Basically, you'll know it's good copy if it's made loads and loads of money for the company, and a good swipe file will show you how much it's made or show you why it's successful or whatever. All you have to do is just rewrite that out, and what that'll do is it'll start training your brain to notice things in the copy, like notice why certain words are used or certain styles are used. And swipe.co is an example of where to get some free swipe file stuff, so I recommend that. Then also you can pick a product or company you'd like to work for and write emails, ads, landing pages for them as if they were your client. So literally just find, say you'd like to work with My Protein someday, go and find a list of their products and then write emails persuading people to buy their products, and just keep them in a little file of your own so you have some practice copy. You just have to constantly rinse and repeat, just practice, and you'll get really good. Once you get really good, selling yourself will be so easy. So then I want to talk about creating an offer. An offer is your service plus your target client plus your price. And you need an offer if you want to work with businesses. You can't just go in and say, hey, I want to write copy for you, I want to be your copywriter, because they get so many offers, like offers of people wanting to work with them, and you need to be clear and specific. You need to make the person you want to work with, you need to make their life as easy as humanly possible. And so a way of doing that is creating an offer that you can sell to different businesses. It also allows you to focus on selling one thing rather than saying, hey, I want to be a copywriter and I want to do emails, I want to do landing pages, I want to do this, this, and this, and not having a clue what you're actually going to focus on. It means you're going to get there a lot quicker if you just have one offer. And also you need to make the client's life easy, and you need to understand what you're selling, how much you're selling it for. It's like Apple don't sell any sort of, like, they don't sell 400 different computers. They have like 2 different computers, and they sell them really well because they've focused on having a couple of different good products. Those are their offers, so you need to have a good offer too. So here's an example. Your service could be 12 emails per month, so like three emails per week to their email list. An email list is simply what a company has. Do you ever see, if you go to a website and they say, hey, sign up for our newsletter, you might get 10% off or something like that, and then over the next couple of months they send you emails promoting their products. Sometimes people buy off those emails and they make a lot of money. The companies make a lot of money because if, say, a company has 10,000 people that read each email, a couple of those people are going to buy, and they might make a lot of money from that. So that's what an email list is, and that's sort of 12 emails a month is a fair offer. And your target market might be personal trainers. Your price might be $1,000 a month. So you're saying, hey, I charge personal trainers $1,000 a month for 12 emails per month. So finding clients. This is a simple numbers game. You will reach out to lots of business owners before you convince one to take you on as a contractor. If you're a complete beginner, you have no experience in sales or copywriting, so you need to understand your expectations. You're not going to go to your first business and just get them on as a client and start making money instantly. If it were that easy, everyone would do it. It takes some work, it takes time, it takes figuring things out on your own. So hopefully this video can help you with that. But when they do take you on, they're going to pay you very well. So don't worry too much about the difficult grind at the start. You're going to get paid very, very well. It just means you're doing some upfront work. You're getting paid later rather than getting paid immediately. But it's honestly so worth it. You can make 6 figures a year from this. I know a lot of people that do it. Anyway, step 1, create your offer, get specific, find out what your target client needs copy-wise. So a personal trainer, for example, will not pay you for a product page. They do not have products. They have services. They sell people training and training programs. They will pay you to write for their Instagram posts or their Instagram ads. The reason I know this is that I've researched personal trainers and I found out what they do to attract new clients. They do not use emails. They do not use product pages. I found that the copy a personal trainer will use is in his Instagram page, on his stories, on his posts. They'll write posts that convince people to work with them. They'll say, hey, look, this is the last guy I worked with. We've been through a couple of months of rigorous training and he's got amazing results. Here's why you should join. All of that is copy, and that convinces people to pay the personal trainer thousands of pounds. So they will pay you if you can get them more clients with your copy. So you must research too. You must understand the type of client that you have and what they want and how they use copy in their business specifically. So step 2, start scraping leads. Leads are simply people you want to turn into clients, aka business words. It's just a fancy buzzword in the industry for people that you'd like to work with. So when you hear leads, just think people you want to work with. Scraping is the process of finding their email address or other contact info, and you can do this manually or automatically. Manual lead scraping involves you going out and finding business owners online. Maybe that's on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever business owners hang out. I have full videos explaining this on my channel, so go and watch them. Again, they'll be linked in the video playlist below. This is a very slow and time-consuming process, but if you have no money to start, it's what you need to do. You just need to invest some of your time. That's all you're going to have to do. You're going to have to put the work and time in if you want to make 6 figures a year. It just doesn't happen overnight, and you can't do it completely free. You have to spend some time. So automatic lead scraping is the process of paying for a software that will scrape leads for you. They may seem expensive at first, so you're looking at like $100, $200 for maybe 500 leads. but that means you have 500 people you can reach out to and offer a $1,000 service. So if you pay $100 and you get one person out of that 500 people to pay you, you have made $900 in profit. And you will get more than one person that will pay you out of 500 leads. I can almost guarantee that if you have everything set up correctly. But it will save you a mountain of work and time. So if you spend that $100, $200, you will save so much time. Manual lead scraping is a slow and time consuming process, as I said. So I'd recommend paid scraping. If you can't do it, that's fine. Your choice is either save money or save time. That's completely up to you. Step 3, reaching out to businesses. Again, there are manual and automatic methods of doing this, free and paid. You need to use a professional email. You can buy a $1 domain and set up a G Suite account. That gets you a professional email which you can send emails from, where it's like Matthew@email.com rather than Matthew@googlemail.com. It looks more professional. You have your own website, at least your own domain name. So I'd recommend that. Again, full videos on this on my channel, completely free if you want to watch that and learn more. Send emails to the email addresses that you've collected, your leads. That's all you do next. It's very, very simple. The emails that you've collected of business owners you'd like to work with, you just send them an email saying, hey, I'd like to work with you. And there's a bit into that, so I can explain that in the next one. So step 4, as I said, is personalizing your emails. You need to personalize the emails that you send out to business owners. They receive hundreds of sales pitches just like yours every week, so you must stand out. I have a pre-tested email package that performs well when I sent them out to businesses. You can purchase them below. They are called my winning emails. I also have my killer follow-up emails. So basically a quick explanation of what that is the winning emails are my best performing emails. They're like short stories that you can send to clients, but it also personalizes it towards them so that they're kept interested, you get their attention, and then you pitch them on your service. I also have follow-up emails, so if you send out the winning emails that you can buy below and you don't get a response, you can use my follow-up emails to send them another couple of emails that might get their attention. If you're doing that at a large scale, if you're doing that to like 500 people, someone might not see the first email, but they might see the second or the third. So it just increases your chances of getting a client, and it's so worth it. They're like really, really inexpensive, and there's some discount codes in and around my channel if you want to have a look. So yeah, I would highly recommend checking those out. Step 5, get them on the phone. You need to get your potential client on the phone. This is non-negotiable. Ask them questions about their business, make them convince themselves that they need your help. I recommend doing at least one free month of your first client at the start. It means you'll get a case study. It means you get to work with a client. You'll actually understand what goes into like working with a client as a copywriter. And you'll get a case study at the end of it saying, hey, I helped this client get X result. They made an extra $5,000, for example, with my copy. And then whenever you pitch yourself to the next client, you're going to be like, instead of just being some random kid on the internet who has no experience, no skills, and absolutely no results generated, you'll be coming in as a business owner who's generated results for your previous client. You'll have experience, and you're not the first person that they're ever going to work with, because nobody wants to be your first ever client. So let me make that clear. Make yourself easy to work with. Give yourself experience and results. The best way to do that is just offer it for free. You need to show people that you have authority and that you're someone that they should actually work with, because people do not want to waste their time working with someone who doesn't know what they're doing. So if you want to scale to 6 figures fast, I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips here before we end the video. Once you've got your first client, reinvest the money into paying for those softwares that I mentioned to speed up your client acquisition. Just speed up the whole process of bringing in new clients, getting paid. Then hire copywriters beneath you to do the work for you and charge more money so you can keep a profit. So for example, you get a client for $1,000, you get a copywriter who'll do the work for $200, you keep $800 and you don't have to do the work. Just simple basic maths of an agency. Then book a holiday to Portugal and have a cocktail on the beach because you've made it. That's what I just did last week. I went to Portugal with the money that I've been making from my copywriting business, had a cocktail on the beach, and it was wonderful. So where do you go from here? Well, watch my free content on YouTube, apply what you've learned here. I highly recommend, like, there's so much free content I've given you. If you just go to that free playlist, there's so much for you. And if you want to go it alone, it'll take a lot of time, mistakes, and lost money. That's completely your choice. If you want to do that, if you don't have any money to sort of invest in like training or coaching, 100% fine. I have loads of free content for you. But if you want my help, apply below in the description and I'll see if you qualify for my mentorship program. It's called 6-Figure Freelancer. And here's what you'll get if your application is successful. You'll have to apply. You'll have to actually talk to me on Instagram DMs so I can see if you're actually a good fit, because I don't let that many people into it. I literally get thousands and thousands of people in it, and as I said, there's only around 200 people in the actual group. But yeah, what you'll get with it, a full course with all of my paid software recommendations. You'll get my winning emails and all that sort of stuff for free, all my templates, invoices, contracts, everything you'll ever need to like get yourself set up with a copywriting business is all there included in that program, along with a full course that goes into all of the like details of sales psychology, why copywriting works. And I'm going to show you like examples of how I write copy, like how I've written them for clients, and like clients that have paid thousands of dollars for copy. I'll actually show you a full example, like a full case study of something I did for a client. I'll show you how different types of emails, and basically I'll go into full detail on copywriting, and then I'll also show you I'll go really in depth with creating an offer, how to pick a good one, how to pick the right offer. I'll show you how to find clients, how to really pitch yourself properly. Like, I'll even show you how to set up a website that converts clients at a much higher rate. So I'll go into everything in detail. You'll also get a community of 200 plus copywriters just like you. Over the last couple of years, I've put over 200 people through a rigorous application process, and so you're going to be getting good people to work with, and they're all going to be in a community. I get literally people posting in the community every single day with their copy or with questions and stuff like that, and I always answer them, so you get direct access to me in the group. Plus you get bonus content from me. I do live coaching group calls every so often, along with behind the scenes copywriting content, loads and loads of good stuff. So that's going to leave it for this video. If you want to watch the free playlist, it's down below. If you want to apply for 6-Figure Freelancer, it's also down below. I hope you found this video useful. Don't go by Hustlers University. There's so much better content here on my YouTube channel for free and for paid. So I highly recommend it if you want to check it out. But yeah, hopefully you found this video useful, and I will see you in the next one.